This conference will now be recorded.
So in the previous session, we have discussed about practical use cases of SOQL queries, and we have discussed how to prepare our own SOQL queries, which are of type static, and how can we execute them, and how to fetch the records from the Salesforce objects, and how to represent the records on the debug log file we have discussed in the previous session. And upon representing the records by collecting from the objects, we have discussed three different styles of writing a SOQL query. In the first case, we have discussed a general approach, how to prepare an SOQL query, how can we store the results inside a collection, and we are able to represent the records on the debug log file. This is one way. In the second scenario, we have discussed instead of writing the SOQL query separately, instead of maintaining a separate collection to hold the data, directly we are writing this SOQL query inside the funnel, so that we can avoid the collections, we can save the memory, we can consume less memory, and we can improve the application performance. Next, in the third scenario, we have discussed how can we collect the data from the object and how can we store them inside a map collection. Okay, we have discussed by writing a SOQL query inside the map collection class constructor also we have discussed. These are the three different styles that we are using in the real time upon preparing SOQL queries. Now, as of now, we have collected the data from the object. Not only one record, we have collected all the records from the object. Then how can we filter them? In some cases, I don't want to fetch all the records in the object. I want to fetch only those account records, okay, which is having some specified conditions, which meets the specified conditions, only those records I would like to collect. In that case, how can we filter the records from the Salesforce object through SOQL queries? Now, in order to apply the filters, we have so many classes are available as part of SOQL. SOQL queries provides a collection of classes. These are all are the classes that we have as part of this SOQL query. Upon preparing this SOQL queries, we can use these classes in order to filter the records. So, but all the classes are optional. That's what we have enclosed these SOQL query classes in the square braces. So these are not mandatory, these are optional. If you want, you can use. If you don't want, leave it. From this one, it's not mandatory to use all the classes. Whatever the classes are required, we can use them, remaining, we can leave it, no issues. Now, then what exactly is each class? What is the functionality of each class? Now let's see one by one. Now, the first one we'll see limit class. So what exactly the limit class and what is the use? Now let's see with the practical first. Limit class. Now, tell me what did you understood with this class limit? What exactly this class? What exactly the use of limit class? What did you understood with this word limit? No. Here we are not using any conditions. Hmm, hmm. What is the syntax of this class? Limit space. We have to indicate how many number of records to be returned. Now, for example, assume that I have an object. This is some account object. In this account object, I have 100 records. I have an account object which contains 100 records. Now I'm preparing an SOQL query. Through this SOQL query, I'm collecting the data from the object. So whenever I'm preparing this SOQL query will return all the 100 records automatically. Inside my object, whatever the 100 records are available, all the 100 records it will return. But in some cases, I don't want to show all the 100 records. I want only one record. I want only 5 records. I want only 10 records. I have only 25 records. I want only 15 records, like that. That means instead of collecting all the records from the object, we can fetch some specific number of records also from the object by using limit class. In this case, upon preparing this SOQL query, along with the SOQL query, we can use a class called as limit class. Limit, we can specify the number. For example, if I'm indicating limit space 5, then it will returns only this 5 record. That means it is indicating to the SOQL query, boss, don't return all the records. Please collect only 5 records. Limit the records to be returned as 5. This is the functionality. Like whenever we are going to that, okay, your ATM machine to check the mini statement. Even though you might have done some thousands of transactions in the past, it will returns only that recently performed 10 transaction details. When you go to your Gmail account, in the inbox, we can see only the recently received 50 emails. Remaining emails will not be visible here. That means what? Even though we have so many number of records are available, but we are restricted to show only some specific number of records. In that case, we can use the help of limit class. Okay? Understood the concept here? So, limit class is used to restrict the number of records to be written by SOQL query. Generally, SOQL query can return the records maximum of 50,000. Based on the availability of the records in the object, it can return maximum of 50,000, but I don't want all, I want only one record. I want only 5 records or 2 records or 3 records, whatever you want. Depends upon the requirement, we can fetch some specific number of records from the result set over here. Clear? Now, make a note of this one. This class is used to restrict the number of records to be returned by the SOQL query. This class is used to restrict the number of records to be returned by the SOQL query. Now, syntax. Here we can specify SOQL query and limit. We can specify an integer. For example, limit 1, limit 5, limit 20, limit 50, like that. Even though the object will be having more number of records, it will returns only this specific number of records. Suppose, for example, I have prepared an SOQL query, I have given the limit as limit 20. But in my object, only 14 records are available. In that case, so below that limit here, whatever the records are available, it will return. I want to fetch 20 records, but in my object, I have only 14 records, so it will return only 14. Done with the syntax? Now, let's see how to prepare this query. I don't want the complete program, just the query part is enough for me. Okay. Now, let me go to my Salesforce arc. I'm going to the developer console. I'm going to the execute anonymous window. Just to prepare only that query part here. I don't want the complete data. Okay. Now, take a use case here. Write an SOQL query to fetch 5 lead records from the object. What 5 lead records? Any 5 lead records here. I want only 5 lead records. Now tell me, how can we write that piece of code? Hmm. Select ID of the lead, first name, last name, title, company, status, phone and the fax, email, website from lead. How many lead records that we need? Only 5 lead records. How to specify? Limit 5. Now this query returns how many records? How to store this of 5 records then? List collection, right? List of lead. That's it. That's it. How to display the records on the debug log file? You already know that here. Okay, just we have to use that. Okay, for loop and get each record we can display. That's what I'm not writing that piece of code. Just the query part is sufficient. Now, write an SOQL query to fetch 50 case records from case object. I want to fetch 50 case records from the case object. Select the ID of the case number, case status, priority, origin, reason, subject, type. From case object. What is the limit value? Limit 50. So now this query returns how many records? 50 records. Now tell me how to store this 50 records. List collection. List of case. Now. Write the query for this. Then with this use case, how many user records we are collecting now? Only one. Now, tell me the query here. Select the ID of the user, first name of the user, last name, username, company name, is active, from user. What is the limit class? Limit 1. Now this query returns how many records? One record. What record? User record. How to store? Hmm. Do we need to go with list collection or what? No. Single variable. Single variable. Right. User, I'm indicating user info. That's it. If the query returns only one record as a result, then we have to store the record by defining the variable of that associated type. If the query returns more than one record, we can go with collection.
That it will fetch first record itself.
Yes. Done with this? Now, this is how we are going to be preparing a SOQL query by using limit class. Okay? Now, next. Next one. All rows class. All rows class. What do you mean by this all rows class? Already we are fetching. In the yesterday's session, we have prepared SOQL queries, 3 use cases. We are able to fetch all the records. Then what is the speciality of this all rows class? I will give you the clue. This feature is there in data loader also. Hmm. What it means? All rows class.
It's
Right.
collecting count.
Now, including deleted records also we can fetch. Suppose for example, assume that I have an object. Assume that I have an account object. In this account object, I have some 100 records. Now I'm writing an SOQL query, a normal SOQL query without any all rows class. Upon executing this SOQL query, it returns all the 100 records, whatever present inside my object. In my account object, whatever the 100 records are available, all the 100 records it will returns. Okay, fine. Then later, after 5 minutes, I have deleted 5 records. Okay, I have deleted 5 records. After 5 minutes, I have deleted 5 records. Five records I have deleted. Now, those records will be waiting inside that recycle bin. This is the recycle bin. In this recycle bin, 5 records are waiting over here. Now tell me, now if I'm using a normal SOQL query, how many records it will return? It will return 95. So whatever the records which are currently present inside the object, only those 95 records will be getting returned, because out of 100, 5 records are we have deleted, okay, just before 5 minutes. So those records are waiting in the recycle bin for 15 days. Now, whenever I'm executing this SOQL query, SOQL query will be always fetching the data from the object which are currently present inside that. Now, but I want to fetch total 100 records, 95 records available inside the object, and the 5 records which are present inside the recycle bin. Total 100 records I want. In that case, whenever we are using this SOQL query, we can use the help of a class called as all rows class. All rows class is going to be collecting the data from the object along with the deleted records also, which are waiting inside the recycle bin. Suppose here you can raise a question. Sir, from the recycle bin also I have deleted those 5 records. Then we can't do anything. If the records are waiting in the recycle bin, those records we can collect. Suppose if you have deleted permanently, then we can't get it back over here. Only 95 records only we can fetch at that time. Okay? Now tell me in this case, how can we identify which record is from object, which record is from recycle bin? We are fetching total 100 records, 95 records from object, 5 records from recycle bin. By looking into the recorded data, how can we differentiate which record is from object, which record is from recycle bin? Hmm. During data loader, I told you these points as well. There is a field. Hmm.
Is
There is a,
active.
sorry, is deleted, right? There is a field called as is deleted field. Is deleted is a standard field maintaining by Salesforce in each and every object, including standard, including custom. In all the objects, we have a field is deleted. But that field will not be visible to you in object manager. That field will not be visible to you in the schema builder, but we can see that field only in developer console. Only in developer console we can see that field, because it's a hidden field which is maintaining the Salesforce for internal system reference. So that here hidden fields will not be visible on the screen, those will not be visible on object manager and the schema builder, those we can see only by using developer console. So if you want to list out all the fields available in the object, including hidden fields, the best way is developer console. Better to go to developer console. It will list out hidden fields also. Okay. Now make a note of this one. In that case, is deleted is a standard field. If this is a checkbox field which is maintaining the Salesforce. If the value equals to true, that means is deleted equals to true. That means record is a deleted one. That is nothing but that is from recycle bin. If the is deleted field value equals to false, that means record is not deleted. That means from object here. Okay, this is the indication. Now make a note of this one. All rows class. This class is used to fetch all the records from the object along with the deleted records which are waiting inside the recycle bin. We can differentiate the records based on a standard field called as based on a standard field called as is deleted, which is a checkbox data type field. If is deleted equals to true, that means record is a deleted one. This is a deleted record. That means this is from recycle bin. If is deleted equals to false, then this is not a deleted record. That means it is from object. Now the syntax. SOQL query all rows. Done with this? Now, let's take a small use case. Write an Apex program to fetch all the records from all the records from the hiring manager object along with the deleted records also. Along with the deleted records also. Then how to prepare this query? Let me show you with the practical use case. Done with this? Now, let me show you with the practical example. I'm going to make class which we have prepared in the previous session. I have prepared a class with the name database helper. Within a class, how many procedures we can create? Do we have any limitation? No, n number of we can create. Now I'm creating one more procedure here. All the SOQL query related, that means database related, okay, methods I would like to provide in this class over here, so that I'm writing it one place. So upon preparing these okay, methods, no need to prepare each method in separate class. Whatever the common methods are available are related methods we can place within a single class. Okay, now I'm preparing a method. Public static void export all HR records. Now I'm using that method with the name export all HR records. Now I'm using this list collection. List of hiring manager lst HR records equals to I would like to fetch. Select the ID of the hiring manager, name of the hiring manager, location name, designation, contact number, email address from hiring manager. And then what is the class we need to use? All rows class. I'm using this all rows class. Now I would like to represent the confirmation. System.debug. Number of records returned. I want to indicate lst hr records dot size. I want to check the condition here. If lst hr records is not empty, I would like to collect for each and every hiring manager record from lst hr records. I would like to show the message. Okay, I would like to show the message. Now hiring manager record is now HR record. Now tell me in this case, how do you know whether record is a deleted one or not? How to check? We have to query that field also, right? What is that field? Not is empty. Is deleted. Okay. Is a deleted field. I'm querying this a field value is a deleted field value also to check whether the record is a deleted one or not. Okay. Now before that, let me check how many HR records are available. I think in my object I'm having more than 200 records, I think. Two 62 records are available. Let me check in the recycle bin. Do we have any records are waiting or not? Recycle bin. Recycle bin is empty. Nothing. I will do one thing. I will delete few HR records from the object here. I'm opening this record test HR record 9. I'm deleting this. Next, I would like to delete sample record 102. Sample record 114. 133. How many records I have deleted? 4 records. When you go to the recycle bin, refresh it. Now we can see 4 records. There are 4 hiring manager records we have deleted over here. Okay. Now let's see. Now I want to know how many number of records are available in the object. So now I'm removing this all rows class initially. Okay, to get only the records which are currently present inside my object. I'm not using any all rows class over here. Now let me execute. Database helper dot export all HR records. Now previously we have 262 records. From there we have deleted 4 records. So we are having 258 records will be available here. Now click on execute. Now it will represent. Select the debug only. Now it is indicating this. So there are 258 records are available inside my object here. Now I would like to use all rows class also. Here I'm using all rows. All rows class. Now let's execute this. Now this time how many records you are expecting? 262 records here. So all the 262 records will be getting visible over here. Okay. So these are the 262 records are available. From this record, based on this is the deleted field value, we can differentiate whether it is a deleted one or not over here. The record which is having is the deleted value equals to true. Those records is the deleted one here. Remaining records are not deleted one. Now, sometimes if you want to show only the deleted records, what can I do? I want to print only deleted records. Sorry, without using where class. If condition where
Is deleted.
in this case, inside this for loop, upon printing this record onto my debug log file, I would like to check one condition. If this HR records is a deleted value is equals to true, then only I would like to print. So I will be adding one condition here. If HR record dot is deleted equals to true, then only you can able to print. Remaining records don't print that. So now by adding this condition, we can print only deleted records. Let's see. Let me execute this piece of code. Select the debug only. Only those records will be getting deleted here. These are the deleted records that we have inside my object here. Okay. Depends upon your requirement, we can able to represent whatever the records that you want.
Excuse me, Firoz.
Let me place this code. Clear up to this one? Now, make a note of this code. Just tell me, madam.
Um, how many days the deleted records will be there?
15 days. 1 5.
Thank you.
15 days.
Mm.
Deleted
Thank you.
records will be available in the recycle bin for 15 days.
Thank you.
Excuse me, Firoz.
Yes.
we can restore those deleted records, right?
Yes, we can do.
Okay.
Within that 15 days, at any point of time, we can restore it back.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Excuse me, Firoz, can you pull the screen down a little bit? Can you scroll the screen?
Done with the query?
Yeah, Firoz. Is it possible to find count itself only? Not internal
Sorry.
records, I don't know. Is it possible to find count?
Yes, we can do that count also. We'll see. When moving forward, I will show you.
If I-
Done with the code? Now, next. Next one. Order by class. Then what do you mean by this order by class? What is the use? What did you understood with this one? Right. In this case, whatever the records we have collected from the object as of now by using SOQL queries, those records will be getting visible in jumbling order. Those are not arranged in a specific order. Now, I want to arrange the records either in ascending or descending order based on one or more number of fields in the object. So in that case, if you want to arrange the records, if you want to sort the records either in ascending or descending order based on one or more fields, then we can go with the help of order by class. Okay, now here in this case, order by class will be arranging the records either in ascending or descending order based on one or more fields. But in this case, specifying the order is optional. Okay, ascending, descending, that means specifying the order is optional. If you want, that will be getting, you can specify. If you don't want, leave it. If you are not applying any order, then what is the default order considered by Salesforce? In that case, ascending order will be the default order. If you did not give in any order, automatically Salesforce will consider ascending order will be the default order by default here. Okay? Now, let's see. Make a note of this one. This class is used to arrange or sort the result set records either in ascending or descending order based on one or more selected fields. This class is used to arrange or sort the result set records either in ascending or descending order based on one or more selected fields. Now, syntax. We can specify a SOQL query. Here we can specify order space by, we can specify the field name, and here we can specify the order ASC or DSC. Don't write the complete word ascending, descending, just we can use it, okay? Options ASC or DSC. Now, if you did not specify any order, the default order will be the ascending here. Note, if the user did not specify any order, then Apex will arrange the records in ascending order by default. Done with this? Now, let's see a few practical use cases. Just I want the query part here. I don't want the complete code. Just query part is enough. Let's see. Take a small use case. Write an SOQL query. Write an SOQL query to fetch all the lead records from the object and arrange them in ascending order based on last name field. Based on last name field, I want to arrange them in ascending order. Done? Now, tell me how can we write that query? List of lead. LST leads equals to select ID of the lead, first name, last name, email, title, company, comma status from lead. Order by last name. ASC. Do I need to specify? Not required. If I'm not giving any order by default, this will be ascending order. Okay. Now, done with this. Next. Next one. Write an SOQL query to fetch top three highest annual revenue account records from the object. Top three highest annual revenue account records from the object. How many records my query will returns now? Three records. So we need to store them in the form of list collection. Now tell me how can we write the query? Select the ID of the account, name, rating, industry, annual revenue, active status from account. Next. Next one. Order by annual revenue DSC. That's it. Parlo. Hmm. That's what. How to do that? How to get only three records? Today we have discussed limit class. Now we have to use limit class. Limit
Limit
3. That's it.
3.
Simple. Okay. So now here in this case, limit class is going to be fetching the specified number of records from the top. So that here, whatever the account records that we have, I want to arrange the records based on this annual revenue field in descending order. So highest annual revenue records will be visible at the top. So from there we can fetch the three records so that we are using limit class. Here I'm using order by class, limit class. Now tell me which class we need to write first, which class we need to write next. Is the order is correct or do we need to change the order? Why? Then hmm, right. Hmm. I've given the
Order is
syntax to you. Now we have to write where class, group by, having, order by, then limit class. So order will be the same. If you are changing this order, syntax will be wrong. Okay. If you are writing limit class first and order by class next, it's a syntactical mistake. Okay. We have to follow the order. If I'm using multiple classes, then please check whether this order is correct or not. That is most important. Now, next one more use case. Write an SOQL query to fetch the recently received 5 case records from the object. Recently received 5 case records. Then how do we know when this case has been received? Like recently performed 10 transactions, recently received 50 emails, like that. I want to get the recently received 5 case records. Then how do we know when the case has been received? Based on created date field. In created date field, what we need to do? Arrange that records in descending order. The
Descending
recently
order.
created case record will be visible first. From there, we can pick up how many records? 5 records. That's it. Now, write that code. List of case. LST cases equals to select ID of the case number, status, priority, origin, created date. From case object, order by, created date, descending, limit 5. Done with this? Next one. For update class. So what exactly the for update class and what is the use? Now let's see. For example, let me explain a small scenario. For example, I have an object. It's an account object, lead object, custom object, anything, whatever. In this object, I'm having few fields like ID field, name field, industry, and the annual revenue. These are the four fields are available. For example, this is my account object. In my account object, I'm having these fields. ID field, name field, industry, annual revenue. Now, these are the fields are available here. I'm creating some records. First record ID 0014455. Name is some Ramesh Kumar. Industry is some finance. Annual revenue 20 lakhs. Second record 0017833. Name is some Praveen. Industry is some education. Annual revenue some 17 lakhs. Third record 0019033. This is some Kishore Kumar. Industry is some banking. Some 15 lakhs. 0014599. Rakesh Tripathi. Industry insurance. Annual revenue 21 lakhs. These are the five records are available here. These are the five records are four records are available in my object here. Now in my organization, I have two users also. I have two users. As part of my organization, I have two users. He is the first user, user 1, and he is the second user, user 2. User 1, his name is some Ramesh. User 2, his name is some Rakesh. Okay, now in my organization, I have an object. In this object, I'm having four records are available. We have two users are available. Now, let's see the scenario. In this case, user 1 is updating this record here. User 1 has initiated a request to update the record. That means he is updating the record over here. At the same time, Rakesh is trying to be deleting the same record. He is trying to delete the record here. Now, observe the scenario in this case. Multiple users are available. Multiple users are trying to be performing different operations on the same record at the same time. If the multiple users are trying to be performing different operations on the same record at the same time, now tell me this kind of situation will be called as what? Record is same, users are two, their operations are different. Now, if multiple people are trying to be performing different operations on the same record at the same time, then this kind of situation will be called as a deadlock situation. This will be called as a deadlock situation. In the operating system level, this is called as a deadlock situation. That means my system can't decide which operation needs to be get considered first. Whether we need to consider update operation or delete operation, we don't know. My system will be in ambiguity state. It will be in confusion state. It doesn't know which operation needs to be get considered. Because of that, my system will get hanged. So it won't respond back to that user's request. Now, this is the problem. In this case here, how to solve this deadlock situation? In order to avoid this kind of problem, we are using the help of a feature called as synchronization mechanism. We have to use synchronization feature. What do you mean by synchronization? We have to follow that synchronous operations. Synchronous manners means what? Sequential manner, one by one. Don't allow both the people to perform the operations at the same time. We can let them complete one person operation, then allow the second person to do the operations. Now, like as one by one. So in this case, allow this user to perform the update operation. Once the operation has been done, then allow the second person to perform delete operation over here. Then how can we restrict here? How to restrict only one person to be get allowed to perform the operation? In this case, in order to implement this kind of functionality as part of synchronization, they have given a feature called as locking mechanism. They have given a feature called as locking mechanism. We have to use locking mechanism feature here. That means as soon as whenever the user has entered into that particular transaction, apply the lock on the records here. Whatever the records on which he is performing the operation, on these records apply a lock so that other people can't access that same records. Because here it is indicating, boss, please wait for some time. He is doing the update operation here. He is updating the records. Let's complete his operation. Let them complete. Or else, in this meantime, if you are getting this data, then you will get the older data here. Within a few fraction of milliseconds, he is updating the latest data into the database. So you will get some older data here. For that reason, please wait for some time. Let him complete the operation. Once update operation has been done, then you will get the latest information. For that reason, I want to apply the locking mechanism here. Once the lock has been getting applied, then till the transaction is not completed, till the operation is not completed, lock will not release, so other people can't perform any other operations on the records. So in that case, once the transaction get completed, automatically lock will be getting released, then other people can use those records, they can perform the operations whatever they want. Okay? Understood the concept here? In this case, if you want to apply the logs on your records, we are using the help of for update class. That means, boss, I'm getting these records for updation purpose. Please wait for some time. Don't get these records in this meantime. Let me complete my update operation so that I'm applying the log on the record here. Okay? Clear? Now, in this case, where we can use this kind of locking mechanisms here. Let's see. For example, come to a scenario. Assume that today I want to travel from Hyderabad to Bangalore so that I would like to reserve a travel ticket. So we have so many applications are available here, travel management applications. I would like to go with a application called as Redbus. By using this Redbus application, we can able to reserve a ticket to travel from Hyderabad to Bangalore. Date will be, for example, tomorrow. Tomorrow. Now, tomorrow will be my traveling date here. Click on search buses. It will be populating so many buses information which are running in this route, okay, from Hyderabad to Bangalore tomorrow here. So many travels are available here, which are running their services in this particular route. From this one, I would like to select a seat. Now, for example, I'm selecting a seat over here. Like, for example, I'm having this V Kaveri Travels. Now, let me select this seat. Click on View Seats. It will be representing the seat chart to you. So, you will be having both the lower deck and the upper deck. Both is available here. We have lower deck and upper deck. Now, I want only a single seat, so that I'm selecting this front seat over here. That is L1. As soon as once I click on this seat number, automatically a lock will be applied on that seat. Because not only myself, so many other people are also trying to be reserving this travel tickets. Might be there are some chances where multiple people can able to select that same seat also. In that case, if I'm not applying this lock on this particular seat, other person also will select the same seat. They can book that same seat also. In that case, now tell me, at the last moment, the two people are fighting for the same seat over here. So two people can't travel with the same seat here. That is a problem. So for that reason here, they are going to be applying the lock on this seat. So now they will be giving some transaction timing over here. Within the specified time, you have to complete your transaction. Suppose if you are not completing the transaction within some 8 minutes or 10 minutes, automatically lock will be getting released. Then this seat will be selecting by other people. They can book this seat as well here. Okay, like that here in so many places, it may be movie ticket reservations also, travel ticket reservations also. In so many places, we are applying this kind of locking mechanisms here. For that reason, if you want to apply the lock on the record, then we are using the help of a class called as for update class. Okay, understood the concept here? Now, this is the functionality of for update class over here. Okay, now then how to use them here, okay, we'll see in the next session over there. Okay, now I will update the notes regarding this for update into the document today. I will post into your WhatsApp group as well. Next one, tomorrow we are having the continuation of okay automation rules at 9:30. Okay, tomorrow session is not at 7 o'clock. Session will be at 9:30. 9:30 to 11:30 we are having the session. We are continuing with the automation rules topic over there. Okay, please be available. Don't miss that topic here. Tomorrow we are going to discuss about practical concept. We are done with the theoretical concepts okay, in the last weekend. Now this weekend we are having the completely practical. Okay, now
Excuse me, Feroz, the old link only, right?
thank you.
Weekend link.
Yes, yes, the last weekend link only.
Okay, thank you.
The same old link.
Okay.